Alright, so in this video, I want to go over the relationship between efficiency and effectiveness and why it's important to keep this in mind in your business and essentially with every task that you do. So, in almost every decision that you make, there will be a most efficient and a most effective option, but you need to decide which one for each scenario will achieve the outcome that you want. So, let me give you an example. In the outreach space and the agency space, cold looms is a strategy that sometimes gets results, and it is no doubt effective, right? It can be effective. After all, you are sending a personalized video to each prospect, breaking down how your solution can help solve a particular problem in their business. But when you look at efficiency versus effectiveness, in this case, it's very effective if done right, but not very efficient because you have to spend probably 5 to 10 minutes per loom, right? That's assuming you get it right each time. Maybe you can get it done quicker than that. And it also takes a lot of energy from you because if you do, I don't know, tens per day, you're going to be burnt out, or maybe not burnt out, but you're going to be expending a lot of energy on this thing which doesn't get you the scale that you need. So if we assume that you get a meeting book rate of 4% using personalized cold looms, when you look at the alternative, which is completely automating your outreach, even if your book rate halves to 2%, that isn't a problem. And I touched on this in another video, but if your meeting book rate reduces by automating it, as long as you add the amount of volume that you need to make up for that reduction, then overall you have a net gain, right? So again, as long as you more than double your volume, you receive a net gain in what you actually want, which is meetings and ultimately clients. So if you can send 30 cold looms per day at a 4% book rate, which again, if you're sending 30 per day, how long can you keep that up for? But assuming that you can send 30 all day, every day, at a 4% book rate, this means that you book 4 meetings every 3.3 days or 1.2 per day, right, on average. With tools like Instantly, there are other alternatives, of course, but Instantly is the most popular. You can pretty easily double or even quintuple that volume, right? If your book rate halves, but you 5x your volume, your 1.2 meetings per day turn into 3. You effectively double your business, right? You go from roughly 1.5, 1.2 to 3 meetings a day. Even though you've reduced your effectiveness of the meeting book rate percentage, you've increased the output, which is what you care about, right? So this is a specific example for cold outreach. And again, this is based on the fact that your market needs to be big enough. If your market is small, then you don't want to go and burn through all the leads and then have no one else to reach out to. So if it's really small, then you probably should be personalizing each video and doing a personalized email. But again, if your TAM, which is total addressable market, is that small, then it might not be a great niche in the first place. But again, this doesn't just apply to cold outreach. So in each scenario, you need to look at whether you care more about the volume of the output or the quality. So on the other side of the equation, client work is an example where you want to be more effective than efficient. You don't want to have really efficient client work that isn't effective, right? Isn't getting the result, because you're not going to keep people for very long. You might sign a bunch of clients and they're going to churn the next month, right? So this is why you have a handful of clients who you can get great results for. And another thing is, it's not about is it effective or is it efficient. It's a scale. It's not linear, right? So something could be like 90% efficient but 10% effective, right? And there's a scale there. So I think it's useful to think about this when you're looking at the daily tasks that you have to do, or any task that you have to do, about what balance do you want of it being efficient? Can I automate it? and effective, and what inputs do I need to change to make the output better in the case of it becoming less effective. Going back to the cold outreach example, knowing that, okay, I need to double my volume to have the same output, right? So anything above that is a net gain. So just being aware of the relationship between the two, and also what you need to do to tweak in order to put the output up, right? Because ultimately you want the output. You need to do the input, but you want the output. So understanding that relationship and understanding what you need to move around to increase that output, and also freeing up your time to do other things. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Again, this document will be in the Facebook group, which I will link in the description of the video. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.